everybody. Welcome to my first ever video. My name is Mercury, and today I will be ranking Friday Night Funkin' Mario's Madness. Friday Night Funkin's always been an interesting game to me. I've liked it since it came out, and with all the mods it's released for it, it just got better and better and better. And this mod is my favorite. Mario's Madness was originally just a little song, just about 7 or 8 songs, and then it exploded into an amazing 28. Today, we're ranking all 28. Before we begin, there are some rules. Rule number 1, I'm only ranking the original 28 songs. Nothing older or nothing scrapped, nothing upcoming, none of that. Just the official 28 songs. Rule number 2. This is just my opinion, so please don't go into the comments and hey, like, oh, this opinion is the worst I've ever seen my entire life. You should go die. No, I don't allow that. I'm also ranking these on these tiers. B tier, a good song. But I wouldn't mind if it came on. A tier, really good. I'd play this song for a long while. S tier is amazing. S plus is peak, and SS is literal perfection. Pro tip: there are 3 SS's. I'm just gonna say that right now. But before we get to those 3 SS's, we have to get to everything else first. So, let's get started. Starting in dead last, we're starting off the hot take. Yep, Abandoned is this low. It's the worst song of them all, in my opinion. Let's get some positives out of the way first. For starters, I like Luigi's chromatic when he's underwater, and I like Boyfriend's chromatic when he's above water. The first half has some pretty good melodies and a pretty darn good instrumental. Everything else is a problem. Alright, there's a lot of negatives. Negative number 1. Luigi's chromatic doesn't sound great above water. It doesn't. I'm sorry, it just doesn't sound good at all. And you're like, oh, we'll just enjoy his underwater chromatic then. The problem is then Boyfriend doesn't sound good underwater. So we're basing on stuff with just one good chromatic. And yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. Also, why are we getting 2 Ella's Real songs? Like, okay, this is an Ella is Real, correct me in the comments, but this is pretty darn similar. We already have Thalassophobia. Why this song? Like, you chose something a lot better, but nope, they decided we need an underwater song. Let's just choose All Was Real again. And then there's this laughing section, and then phase 2 enters. The instrumental is no longer amazing, it's just fine now. There are some okay melodies, but that's kind of it. This song has always been one of the weakest for me. It was originally the second weakest, but the weakest grew on me a lot more. I guess this part here is kind of nice. It's probably my favorite part. It's probably what I remember at the beginning. So, yeah, I had nowhere else to put the song. I'm sorry. Apparition E2. You know, I kind of like this song. It's a lot better than Abandoned. I was like singing a B-. This is a solid B tier. Although, it does have its issues, and it does have its faults. Let's do some positives first. For starters, Wario's chromatic is a lot better. It doesn't sound choppy anymore. you know, too ghostly. That's nice. I like his new chromatic. The instrumental is pretty nice. It doesn't sound boring and generic. It sounds like an actual instrumental was put time into it. This pause point is super nice to listen to because it's actually saying something now. It doesn't feel like it's a waste of time. And Boyfriend sounds pretty good too. Then we get on to some negatives. Oh boy. Okay. Negative number 1. The song's really short. I don't love that. The song should be longer. But it's faster than what the V1 was, so why not make it a little longer? And then there's issue 2, Wario's chromatic. Look, he sounds like Wario. That's good, right? Well, that isn't like an apparition. That was because the guy's just being chased by a giant Wario. Like, could it kill you to find a balance? No, you just like, oh, that's too ghostly. Let's make it too Wario-y now. Like, really? That's the best you can do with the chromatic? I guess the chromatic isn't awful. It's pretty darn good, but it just doesn't fit the apparition Wario. It just fits an actual Wario, which is weird, and I don't know how to feel about it, and now I'm kind of mixed, and now it just gotta be here because I'm just gonna put it here for now. It's a good song. Really like it. Like, I don't really like it, but it's still a good song. But still bottom tier. Mario singing game rhythm 9. Yep, it's this level. Which disappoints me. I'm a huge Pokemon and Sonic nerd, so when I heard that two were going to be combining with Mario, I was like, oh, this will be amazing. And you know what? For a while, it was. Keyword, for a while. Let's get some good things out of the way first. Good thing number 1. I like Somari's chromatic. It fits really well. And I like the Genesis vibe I'm getting from this song. It really gives me Starlight vibes. I really like Starlight, so. I guess the melodies are pretty good. And now we get into the issues. Okay. Issue number 1. The song had no business being 3.5 minutes long. That's pushing it a little bit, considering nothing else from this world was even over 3 minutes. Why? And there's also another issue of this song. Yeah, I'm not huge on Pika Friend's chromatic. I think it's just... that's it. It just kind of for me. But there is one other issue with the song. The final straw that pushed the song to bottom 3. It pauses. And I mean it pauses once. No, it pauses 3 times. Now, the first pause, I can totally understand that. I respect it. I like this first pause. It's pretty nice. The issue is, it repeats twice. Once right after the first pause, and once at the end. Okay, let's call about the end of pause, but it's still annoying. Like, this song did not need start and stop this many times. It is ridiculous. Like, you give us the longest song in a regular idol, and it's this. The thing is, Anthem's Director Owl is an A tier or higher, and this is the lowest one. This is the most popular too. People love this song, but I can't find myself putting this song higher than B tier. Ugh, that's an issue. So, sorry, Sleep Gamer of 9, but you're down in the bottom of B tiers. Sorry. Look, we're already done. No, we're not. We're not done just yet. But the end is a pretty darn mixed bag for me. So, this song is my least favorite, below Abandoned. I like the song a lot more than I think I used to, but it does still have some issues. Although, this first half is super nice. I really like this first half. It's giving you huge finale vibes. I'm like, this is going to be a good end for Mod. You'll never escape, but it's a nice ending. The instrumental sounds super good consistently. Like, I love the song as instrumental by itself. Costumes chromatic is fine. I wouldn't say it's a bad chromatic, but it's not amazing. I do have a little bit of an issue with the song. It's a little short. Like, this is the shortest song in Classified Castle, and it does kind of die down. Also, that party time thing is super nice, but I did not know it said party time at first because it was kind of hard to make out. But seriously, you gotta give this song its respects. For a week that I knew nothing about and just going to this blind and misjudge this week entirely, you have to respect. Everything this week is good. I wouldn't call it amazing or anything, especially with the next few songs we got coming up, but this song is so nice and catchy. This ending is beautiful. And that's it. Well, I'd better go now. It's the end. Okay, I'll shut up now. Let's get to the next song. Overdue. A song that people really like. I did too before I heard its retake and started having issues. Alright, this first half is really nice. Like, super catchy. Like, I could vibe this first half for a long while. And then the middle half enters. Alright, so Mr. L here sounds pretty nice. I like his chromatic. Kind of generic, but it's fine. Pico sounds... his chromatic is pretty darn good. I like it. It's just a normal Pico chromatic. There's not much to say. The instrumental is super nice and catchy, and the shooting sound effect is real nice to listen to. The beginning half, with the Faker, or the Lost Soul, I guess I'll call it that, is pretty darn good. I like it. Now time for the big issue. Alright, this does not feel like a Pico song. I'm sorry, but this is a boyfriend song, and you want to know what I mean by that. Guess what Pico's not doing? He's not freestyling. You think that Pico's, oh, I don't know, known for doing. Like, it's his man's job to freestyle. That's what makes him unique from boyfriend. That's something we like. He can't freestyle hold note. He can't freestyle. And so many different parts are hold notes. You know what Pico can't do well? Hold notes. So it sounds cut off and lazy. And it sounds like he's trying to freestyle, but it fails. Especially in the second half. I got this row is pretty darn good in this part. But, Pico ruins it. Like, seriously, was this instrumental song would be a lot lower. I will gonna say the ending is real nice, though I do quite like the ending. Even though it takes way too long to get started, it's pretty darn good. And then there's The Forgiven. I know it's just Mario, but I'm probably Forgiven. I like The Forgiven's chromatic. It sounds pretty darn good. A lot better than Pico's, and a lot better than Faker Luigi's chromatic, or Lost Soul. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about the song. The retake does it so much better, and I question if they're gonna use the retake or not. I hope they do in the deluxe version. Because the deluxe version does happen, I will totally be ranking that. But until that happens, we're stuck with what we're got, and Overdue is what we're stuck with. I don't hate Overdue. I think it's a good song, but its issues are too glaring to rate any higher than a B tier. And that breaks my heart, too, because I really like Overdue. I don't say really like it. I used to really love Overdue. And now it's fallen all the way down into B tier. And poor Overdue. There's just too many issues to be any higher, though. Sorry. Oh boy. Promotion. Yep, the last time classified castles, and we're still not done with B tiers. Sorry, this is my least favorite world. This song's still pretty good. So, for starters, Mario's chromatic is real nice. Even though I don't love the second half. The instrumental is super catchy. You think you're playing a chill week, a nice chill song with just a Mario. Nothing scary or anything, right? It's just a normal, plain old dude. Fast, you get to chill on. But, as we all know, this is a horror mod. We all know what happens in horror mods. Things don't go to plan. And that's especially true because right after this turn ends, well, when Boyfriend's turn ends right here, that TV turn on, singing the next song, is pretty nice, I actually like it. And its mood just shifts. And you're like, okay, something's about to go down here, but what's about to go down? And at first I was like, this is going to be a really good second half, isn't it? And that was dashed in 10 seconds because we have issues. So, the instrumental is pretty nice. It like kind of lost its charm from the first half. I do still kind of like it. Sprites look cool. Those don't affect my ranking. The beat is okay. I can't for the first beat. Oh jeez. Alright. Time for my big issue. That comes in Mario's chromatic. So, Stanley's now possessing him, so you'd think the dude have a different chromatic, considering, you know, it's a different dude, but nope. This is their Senpai and Spirit thing, where they all share chromatics. Why? Why can't you just make a custom chromatic? It isn't Mario anymore, it's Stanley. Is that so difficult to ask that we get a custom chromatic? Oh boy. This ending part is pretty nice. I wouldn't say it's bad. Also, this song is kind of hard to follow. Like, I've sung so many times, I can't remember much melodies from it, except maybe the first turn of the second half, and I think I have to hear until the ending. Yeah, I can't really remember. Yeah, so maybe this is Classified Castle, it's still not amazing. Still good. I do like this song, and I will give it a listen to every now and then, but it's not A tier, and it probably never will be. Bad day. Alright, time for yet another hot take. I used to really like Bad Day. Like, this was top 10. Now it's fallen down quite a bit. Let's go over some positives. Mario's chromatic, pretty nice. Instrumental, pretty nice. Boyfriend's chromatic, pretty nice. So, what's the problem? Why is this song just at an A tier now, and not an S tier anymore? Well, I will tell you why. I don't know. Yep, I don't know. I guess my reasoning is it kind of fell off. I don't think it got any worse or anything. No, it just got a little weaker. And yeah, I know it's basically kind of the same thing, but I guess it just got kind of boring to listen to after a while, considering there isn't anything that gets super hard except the ending, which is pretty nice. I will admit the ending is really darn catchy. Nothing's just pretty okay. I'm pretty good. But yeah, since the end, nothing else really sticks out to me in this song. It's just an overall good song. I wouldn't call it my favorite anything. It's the weakest of the A tiers, but it's still a pretty darn good song. And I could see myself putting this song back in S tier one day, but unfortunately, it's gonna have to stay at an A tier for now. Sorry everybody likes this song. I still really like this song a lot, but it's just not amazing anymore. This part here is pretty catchy, even though it's just kind of stolen from Good Feelings. And I know what this instrumental is going after. It's trying to make the same thing from Good Feelings, which I don't think it is. Oh well. Still a really good song, but not amazing anymore. Alright. Last course. Before everyone comes to me with their knives and complaints, let me start with some nice things about this song. For starters, I love this instrumental. It's probably my favorite instrumental of the entire mod, not even a question. Galumba Boyfriend sounds pretty nice. I like it. There's some pretty nice melodies. In fact, I like all the melodies from the song a lot. So, why isn't it higher? Alright, I have two issues. Let's get my small one out of the way first. So, this song is a beat drop, and I love a good beat drop, but I don't love this song's beat drop. It's really underwhelming and not fun to listen to. And the bigger issue, Turmoil's chromatic. Yeah, I don't like it. Like, at all. I'm sorry. But I've heard like there's a V2 of this song I think coming out, and they fixed his chromatic up so much. Like, it's night and day. Like, if I was to rank V2 of this song, it would be an S tier, maybe even SS, but this song is currently just an A tier right now, which is a shame because I used to love this song. But Turmoil's chromatic started bothering me, and the poor excuse for a beat drop. I'm sorry, but I can't love Last Course anymore. I think it's a really good song, don't get me wrong. I like Last Course quite a bit, but I wouldn't say I absolutely love it anymore, which is a shame. This breaks my heart because, you know, I just used to love this song, and now it's fallen this far down. It used to be a B tier, but now it's grown back up to an A tier. But not S anymore. You know, I have a lot of things to say about Nourishing Blood, but I'm gonna let a friend of mine do it. His name's Indie Skits, and he makes FNF ranking just like I do. If you watch this video, go subscribe to him. Alright, MJ, take it away.
Thanks, Queen, for having me on. My name is MJ, and I have a channel called Indie Skits where I rank stuff. Links in the description. Go subscribe to Queen's too. They are a great ranker. Well, they're gonna be. And from what I've seen, this is gonna be a darn good ranking video. They're just a really cool person in general. Now let's get to this song, cause oh boy, this is an SS tier. Now I know most people would probably just put it at a high A, but I love this song, man. You do not get it. Anyway, first of all, the fact that they referenced Granddad of all people is fun as hell. Having Granddad in this mod is just such a fun reference. I love that. I love those ROM hacks in the back of the day. And his chromatic is so good. BF sounds so wonderful too, and oh, the little caveman designs of them is good. And then there's this pop-up session with a bunch of references in the background to the channel that made the Granddad meme, and while I don't get the reference, it's still really good. And God, everything about this song is amazing. The All-Stars reference, not the FNF song, the Smash Mouth song, rest in peace. Just the peanut butter jelly time, all the instrumental references. The instrumental goes crazy hard. Even the freaking notes are dancing, and it's so good. And then there's this pop-off with more ROM characters, and it's pixelated to reference the actual Granddad game itself, and it's amazing. And at this point, I'm ascending to heaven. The song is so good. I love it to bits. Not only is this a great song, it is catchy, fun, filled with fun comedic references. It is overall a 10 out of 10 SS tier. I love it.
You know, for being the most disliked song in the entire mod, according to everybody else, well, I won't say it's the most disliked, but it's probably one of the least popular. So Cool really hits hard. For starters, Chris Pratt's chromatic is super nice and catchy. Boyfriend is his traditional self, and the distraction mechanic is funny, even though art doesn't affect the ranking at all. It's just kind of funny to talk about. The instrumental is pretty simple, a little bland, but it fits the setting that's going on. This is supposed to be a reveal setting, so it makes sense it's not like super high energy. And I will admit, this song is pretty catchy. Nothing here is really boring to listen to, besides its kind of meh instrumental. But again, the instrumental is just a tiny meh thing, and I love the rest of the song. And it really makes me question, why is this one of the most disliked songs in the entire mod, when it's far from it? Yeah, it's a little boring, but so is Lava's stuff. That stuff's pretty darn good. This part is pretty good. It's not my favorite, the pixelated part, even though I do like the instrumental change up. Although, there is a tiny issue with this song. I feel like it gets a little repetitive. Not a ton, but just the tiniest bit that's not pushing up any higher. And it also doesn't really go high energy. Well, I guess if it did do that, it would probably make the song weak, because it doesn't fit the setting. Definitely the ending part is pretty nice. It does go a little bit high energy, but not a ton. And again, why is this the most disliked song in the entire mod? It's so good, and it just doesn't make sense to me. It's really nice and catchy. It's a mystery. But hey, that's why this song is so cool. Okay, I'll shut up now. Why does everyone hate on Race Traders V2? Like, I see so many people saying, V1 is so much better. I'm sorry. Get your ears cleaned, please, because nothing about V1 was good. You wanna know my problem with V1 is? Mario's chromatic. It was annoying. That wasn't really chromatic, it was him yelling. And I guess it's kind of the same here, but it's faster, which makes more sense. If I just full yelling now. And I do admit, this song is a real nice, catchy instrumental, and a good chromatic for Mario now. So why isn't it higher? Alright, I have two issues. The smaller is BF. His chromatic hasn't changed up much. I don't think it's changed at all, actually, from V1, which is a little bit of a downside, but I can work with it. My second issue is the song isn't very long. Like, yeah, it was extended a little bit, but this song is 2 minutes. This is, I'm pretty sure, the shortest song in the entire mod. And that's not losing legacy or anything. I'm still pretty sure it's the shortest song in this entire mod. I said something a lot lower, but it really grew on me over time. Which, again, why do people hate on its V2 when it's so much better than its V1? That is mind-boggling. Oh well, I really like this song. Just gets too much hate. You know, when I listen to a Friday Night Funkin' mod, I want the first song to give me a good first impression of the mod. What did it to me do? Oh, it took a great impression. And it does, because this is an amazing impression. This is so much better than V1, and it's not even a contest. V1 was repetitive and bland. Okay, it wasn't that awful, but it was like a C tier at best. That was not a good way to start off the mod. Meanwhile, V2 ran circles around V1. For starters, Mario's chromatic is 100 times better. Like, it's night and day, and if you listen to both versions, you will know what I mean. The instrumental is 100 times better, because it just sounds a lot more chilling. It isn't messy. So, why isn't it higher? Well, you know, they give me a great first impression. I do have to admit, until the ending comes up, I think the song is just good. I wouldn't call it amazing opening. I'd say it's a really good opening, but it's not perfect. It does also like it drags on a little bit too long. Like, seriously, the ending section lasts about a minute and a half, and I wanted a lot more. Like, again, I don't hate It To Me. I think it's a really good song, but I do have to admit, its ending is a lot better than the first half. I won't call it a first half. First, like, what, 3/4? Maybe I'm wrong on that? Anyway, this is still a really good song, and I like listening to the song over and over, but I don't think it's as good as when I first listened to it. But seriously, this ending with Mario's, I think it's a little bit different here. I can't really tell. A much better instrumental, and all the bop references are really nice to listen to, and it really makes you think, uh-oh, we're in trouble. Maybe we should stop rapping. But no, boyfriend, being the idiot he is, decides he wants to just keep on rapping though he knows he's in danger. See, even girlfriend knows he's in danger. I meant to ignore him. It's To Me is still a really good song, but is an S tier. Well, I can totally understand it's like it was an S tier. It's just that good. on to the next song.
You gonna tell Mom I was smoking?
You know, when Day Out used to be one of my favorite songs from the mod,
Anyway, just keep your mouth shut.
and now it's an A tier, it's a little weird for me, but I do think it was sung a little bit too much praise. There are some really good things though. For starters, Mario's chromatic is real darn good throughout the entire song, not gonna lie. And Boyfriend sounds pretty good. This isn't the best use of this chromatic. No, that was more in Alone, which we'll get to later. But this is still pretty good. The instrumental is pretty nice. I don't think it's amazing or anything. It's just really good. The references in the instrumental are pretty nice. The snapping is also quite nice. I love the snapping quite probably my favorite. And Luigi sounds pretty nice actually. I don't think it's on the same level as Mario's chromatic, but it does still sound pretty much good throughout every time Luigi sings. Except maybe anywhere just a little mid, but other than that, this is pretty good. It's kind of a shame Girlfriend doesn't sing, but that's fine. You know, there's not a bad part in the song. So, why is it only number 14? Why is it not even an S tier? Alright, I do have a little issue with this song. Similar to our song later in this, we'll talk about, no part really sticks out to me except the ending as my favorite, which is a little disappointing. For a song to be amazing, it has to be like either a super like amazing the entire way through and have some like really good thing, but that's not what Day Out gave me, which is a really big shame, not gonna lie. I do still like this song quite a bit. I just don't think it's S tier anymore, and it definitely isn't top 3. Maybe top 5. It just, now it's all the way down in A tier. It's kind of sad, but I still do really like the song. Power Down. Ugh, this is another mixed bag for me. See, I used to really hate Power Down's V2. I thought V1 was better. And I can understand why I thought that back then. This first part, I should say, isn't good at all. But I think it's like a C. If this song was just this first part, this would be a C tier song, not even a question. Fortunately, this first part isn't incredibly long. It's only about 45 seconds. Doing a song into some amazing stuff. Yep, there's the big boy himself, MX, and boy, is this part amazing. For starters, MX's chromatic is 100 times better. I know it's not really changed up that much, but it's so much better. The beat is a lot faster than it was back in 1, and it's not messy anymore. The instrumental is okay. I'm not huge on this instrumental. I think it's using a little bit too many Mario sound effects, which is a tiny bit of a downside, but I can kind of vibe with that. And the ending is super good. In fact, the ending is probably my second favorite part, except for when MX first shows up. You know, in his big form. I guess all the melodies are really good, even though a couple are just V1, which... Alright, I have one more issue with this song. This feels very similar to V1's Power Down, which isn't my favorite theme song. I wasn't a huge fan of the original Power Down. Like, I thought it was fine, but most of these melodies are, I wouldn't say most, a couple are from the original, and not my favorite thing ever. Like, I wish they'd know was do something sort of like It's a Me and just completely revamped it. And they took out the beginning part. That would make the song so much better. Also, this little pause right here is fine, I guess. The instrumental is still pretty good. But yeah, Power Down probably won't go any higher on my tier list. And if it did, it would just be a very low S tier. But fortunately, we're done with the A tiers. And believe this song was very close to an S tier because this ending is super good with voices popping off. Like, seriously, this chromatic just a little bit. MX sounds really nice in this part, even though you kind of can't hear him. This entire song is just super good. But the beginning is just what's holding it back. I'm sorry, but it's not an S tier, guys. Paranoia. Alright. I know that people are not gonna be happy this song isn't top 5 or maybe top 10. But I have issues with Paranoia. This, for starters, this opening half is pretty nice. I like it. I won't say it's a half, I'd say it's a part. That was my bad. Everything about this part is really nice. The instrumental is super catchy. The shifting is cool. It doesn't, even though it doesn't affect my playing at all, because, you know, this is music. Mr. Virtual has a pretty good chromatic. I wouldn't say it's my favorite thing ever, but this is definitely the best example of this chromatic than Phase 2, which we'll get to in a bit. It's just, overall, really good. What else can I say? I guess I really like it when the Koopa Troopas, or those shells, I don't know the name. I'm just gonna call them Koopa Troopas right now. I think the second the Troopas enter, the song just starts popping off. And at first I was like, oh, this might be an SS. This song is really good. Alright, I guess there is one issue with this Phase 1. I think it goes on a little too long. Right after this whole note part, that's where it should have ended. Like, the second the whole notes were over, that's when the song should have started, not ended, started its Phase 2, which, oh boy, Phase 2. So, I don't know if you love Phase 2, and I like Phase 2. I like Phase 2's first turn. Sounds really good. I like the chromatic they use for Girlfriend. I think it sounds really nice. It's not the lullaby, and then it's ruined 10 seconds later. I don't know why. Because Virtual and Girlfriend's chromatic, they don't pair well, which is a huge disappointment. It just, why? Why can they pair better? Either make a better chromatic for Girlfriend, or don't have this merge thing. And then Phase 3 enters, and Phase 3 wasn't necessary at all. Like, I'm sorry, but Phase 3 had no business being here. It is short. And I mean short, I mean ridiculously short. It is like 3 turns. It isn't necessary at all. This is Distant Alarm all over again. Distant Alarm was a lot worse than this song. And I guess Phase 4 is pretty good. I still wouldn't say it's my favorite phase. So, you know, Phase 1 is sitting right there. But yeah, if there was any one song in this mod that was darn close to an A tier, that's an S tier, it would not even be a question. It would be this song, because as emotional as the song, the more I started finding issues. And I think soon the song might actually become another A tier and not an S tier. But right now it's like an S tier, and I can kind of see why. Phase 1 and 4 are amazing, with the other 2 phases just being okay. You know, if they just changed up Girlfriend's chromatic a little bit, this song could have been a lot higher, but it's not. And it breaks my heart. I like this song, but I can't put it any higher. No Hope. I really like this song, not gonna lie. It is really, really, really good. And yes, I know a lot of people hate No Hope. I can't see why. I think there's a V2 for the song on the way, or I'm gonna go to V2, a remaster of the song. I've listened to it. This song is better, not a question. For starters, Mario's Chromatic is my favorite Mario Chromatic in the entire mod. Yep. Well, it's actually my third favorite. With Ultra M's Chromatic and Horror Mario's final phase, Starman Slaughter, kind of being better than that. That voice line is super nice. The instrumental, peak. Peak all the way through, and it's not even a question. Well, it's all the way through, because the ending was a little mild, which is unfortunate the song isn't any higher. But seriously, besides a tiny mild instrumental at the end, this song is amazing. Like, you can't get better than No Hope. Then it's higher than it, but still, the song does its tone, and it does its tone darn well at the end of the day. Like, the song is beautiful. Almost perfect. In fact, if that ending was a little stronger, this might be an SS. Yes, I mean that. A little bit of better ending. This song would be an SS, and it is not even a question if I think that. But unfortunately, its mild ending is what's holding the song back. It was a shame. And it really comes to the question, why is this song considered the worst in the mod when it's one of the best, in my opinion. It's just beautiful. Beautiful. And this isn't the last hot video. We've got a few more coming up. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Really good song, criminally underrated, and heavily overhated. I hate you. What I call the smallest remaster, and yet it's still an S tier. So, fun fact, I Hate You was my favorite song in V1, and nothing could even come close to it. Nothing. And when V2 came out, I thought it was even better. So, you're asking yourself, well, why isn't this song higher? Bring my basic point out of the way first. This song wasn't extended, like, at all. That's a huge support, because everything's been improved. Luigi's Chromatic is so much better. The instrumental feels so much more Mario World-like. All the melodies are improved significantly because of these new chromatics. The instrumental, I just thought that's really good. What else could I talk about? It's just so beautiful. Again, the reason the song isn't higher because it's a little bit too short. And even that's not a huge issue because the song is still amazing. I just wouldn't call it peak. I'd say it's amazing. Also, no art doesn't affect my ranking, but it's really good art. And that pop-off is beautiful. And then that whole note section part is my favorite. In fact, I love that part more than anything in this song. So it just sounds really good. Beautiful. And then a slow wind down, pushing it. Oh, the song's gonna end on a really good note. It doesn't end on a good note. It ends on an amazing note. Oh, I love this song so much. It's almost perfect, almost SS, but just a little too short, and it breaks my heart. I just want a little more. But seriously, that is part of the song is so beautiful. I just want a little more. This song is a little better than I Hate You. Just the smidgiest bit. So, for starters, super cool we're not playing as boyfriend or Pico. That's really cool. Somebody's not in the fucking casting to play as. Mario has a really good chromatic. I really like it, and somehow Luigi sounds even better. It sounds so much like I Hate You Luigi, but just a little more human-like, and I guess that makes sense. This is the same dude. The instrumental is super nice and catchy. I could vibe with it, but the vocals add something extra. In fact, I think after the 92-second mark, this is when I really started vibing with the song all that much more. Because the beat just hits another level. Like, seriously, if you told me the prequel to my song that I used to think is the best would be this good, I would have laughed. But no, this song is beautiful, and this shadow part is really nice. Yeah, the intro dies down a little bit. And also, this part Peach is saying Mario is really nice, and it's really hard to hear. And the hidden messages, because you're my brother, and Luigi, when he says, you know, you're no longer my brother, that's just so good. This ending also pops on. In fact, I listened to this last 45 seconds on loop for an hour and not get sick of it. So why isn't it higher? I do think it's the teeniest bit messy. Not hugely messy, but just a little bit too messy. Other than that, the song is really darn good, especially this ending with a good followable melody. And you have to give the song its respects. It knew what it was doing. It knew the mod it was going to be in. It knew what it was going for, and it did its job darn well. I love Oh God No. Look at that. We've entered the top 10. And in 10th place is the longest song in the mod. Funny enough, also at 10 minutes. All jokes aside, this song is really good. Unbeatable hits. Hard. Like, we just got all stars. I was like, oh, all stars? This thing didn't make that right. Nope, it just got better. So, the first phase, I guess Mr. SYS, is pretty good. Yes, before you say anything, I know these are AI generated chromatics. I don't care. They're still really good. They sound amazing. The instrumental sounds super good. Boyfriend, I think it's a custom chromatic. I wouldn't say it's custom, but I'd say it's not usual for being custom chromatic. It sounds pretty darn good all through the entire song, except I think it's a tiny bit weird at the end. I wouldn't say it's awful, though. I'd say it's pretty good against the entire song. I guess I should get my biggest criticism out of the way for the entire song. I don't like the totals at all. I'm sorry, but except for one phase, the totals don't sound good at all. They sound repetitive as all hell, and this repeating "you cannot beat us" in your Nintendo gets really annoying really fast. Like, if it was just in the first phase, it would be fine. But we do it in every single phase. And I guess it's kind of alright with, you know, all of the different tonals that are going in the song. And there's all the different "you cannot beat us" voices that are being used. I guess that's something, but it is still a bit of an issue for the song. What's holding the song back from being any higher? This part here really is. In fact, I think every part in when there's an ending in these phases, it sounds the best. Except I think Bowser's phase, which we'll get to in a little bit. But seriously, this part is my favorite ending, besides, you know, phase 4 setting, which is the reason the song is one of the reasons the song getting carried as high as it is. But anyway, after phase 1, phase 2 enters. Duck Hunt's, I want to call it Duck Hunt. The dog's chromatic is pretty nice. This dog's name, I'm just gonna call it Duck Hunt. So Duck Hunt's chromatic is pretty good. I love there's Mr. SYS is, and it's an actual custom chromatic. Which, yes, I know it isn't custom because of, you know, the AI thing, but shut up. This part is really good. The Atomas are probably the second least annoying here. They still sound a little bit annoying at times, but I can vibe with this phase quite a bit. Although, but this is my least favorite phase, and it is still an A tier. I really like this phase. I wouldn't say it's amazing, no, because they do kind of repeat the "you cannot beat us" thing a few too many times. It doesn't sound amazing. Also, I have one issue with this phase. I think it overstates its welcome a little bit. Like, each phase is about 2.5 minutes, and that's pushing it a tiniest bit. I think it really bugs me in this phase than any other phase. But yeah, definitely my least favorite phase. You know, it's still really good. This ending is pretty good. This part here is really amazing. In fact, when I first saw, I was like, oh, this phase is about to end. We can probably go to the next phase. But it doesn't, which, again, is an issue with this song is too long thing. You could have cut a little bit from each phase. I made it a little better. Oh well, this is still a really good phase. Beats now and then. This is really good. I guess I can't talk anymore about this phase, so it'll be nice to let you guys see this really amazing part. Yeah, really good. You can't really hear that you cannot beat us. It's really nice. And then after phase 2, phase 3 enters, the least favorite phase of people. I can understand that, but I really like phase 3. Although, biggest issue, not the biggest fan of Bowser's chromatic. I think it's fine. I don't say it's amazing. But the beats are keeping the song, this phase from being any lower. In fact, the beats were a little weaker. It's probably my least favorite phase. After all, this was my least favorite phase when any really started to stick with me. It's just so unbelievably good. And it makes me wonder why this is considered the least popular. I guess Bowser's chromatic is, again, annoying. And look, this is the phase I don't mind the tones at all. Like, yeah, they're really repetitive, but I can vibe with them. This Bowser's tonal sound is probably the best of the entire song. Yeah, really good all the way through. I can't say much more. Well, there's just one other thing I could say. There are a lot of nice references to past games like Puyo Puyo and Dr. Eggman, and some nice Mario references, which really fit the song, especially, in fact, I think from here to the ending is just super amazing, especially this part right here. This part is my favorite of all of phase 3, further than the ending. Also, I know it's saying you cannot beat this, but that's a nice thing. I can't even hear it. I like that. I can't hear it. You cannot beat this. And if I think, well, why is that? It's the best part of the song. No, it's not my eyes, citizens. Again, I'll say this again. I'll say this before. I'll say it again. I don't like that you cannot beat this thing. I'm glad they finally toned it down a little. I guess it does return for this last part, but it's still really, it's fine. It's amazing. It's really good though. I guess Boyfriend just having a little bit of solo moment to himself is really nice. You know, you don't get very many solo moments from almost BF anymore, I feel like. It's mostly just him and the opponent. Or just a jam and instrumental. This entire song is amazing. You know, besides the tonals, but I've thrown them a lot more. And yes, this might be a little bit repetitive right here, because it's just, you know, the first turn again. But I don't mind, because we're right up into phase 4. My favorite phase. And it's a good measure. Mr. SYS returns, he's ready to take us down. And Boyfriend's like, no dude, I'm Boyfriend. I'm gonna take you on. Again, all the melodies here are just beautiful. There's not a single bad melody here. This entire song, this entire phase is beautiful. It's perfect. Even Duck Hunt's annoying tonals, which I'm sorry for I don't love, still really good. Especially when Duck Hunt and Mr. SYS are going on together, which doesn't have a delay in the song, but it's also really good. Also, I like when the backgrounds merge, like when it's SYS, and then Duck Hunt, and then it's Duck Hunt and Bowser. And I guess this cannot thing is really nice. Not my favorite, but again, I'll say Bowser my least annoying and tonal, at least in my eyes. It is super good. In fact, this point right here, and this song is SS. This part right here is SS. But I want this song a lot higher. I do. I think this song could be #1 if it just fixed up those tiny issues. If Duck Hunt's made just a little better. If Bowser didn't just spin the "you cannot beat us" thing so many times in different tonals and minor tonals. But this ending more than makes up for all the problems this phase had, this song had. Because the other tonals, they sound perfect. When all three are going at it, you can just tell Boyfriend had enough going all out. And so are Mr. SYS, Bowser, and Duck Hunt. This song is beautiful. It is so close to being SS. But the tonals, man, if they weren't so repetitive. A beautiful song, I mean that, but just not SS. You know, for a song that was just okay back in '82, Golden Land turned into a beautiful masterpiece. And I will not challenge my logic with that. Not in the slightest. I quite literally love everything about Golden. Well, besides one, which that means. For starters, Chibi's chromatic is really good, especially the Faker phase. It's really good, but it somehow sounds even better when, you know, it's really tall. Yeah, I know he's a little quieter, but I actually like him a little more quieter. I didn't like how loud he was back in V1. Boyfriend sounds a little different than he usually does when he's pixelated or compressed, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to call it pixelated. The song is really good all the way through, and I think the only reason it's not higher is because there are 2 reasons. First of all, it is a little short, not ridiculously short, compared to something else we got coming up. But the reason is, I just like everything else more. The song didn't really do anything wrong to being a little short. This song, if it was a little longer, this song would probably be an SS. And I've seen the retake, I think this song could go a all out. Like, I hope this like SS in Deluxe, which I will be making Deluxe the second that comes out. Well, not probably not the second, but you get my point. I'll be doing it as soon as possible. Not even a question. It's gonna be an amazing video, but so far we're stuck with this, and this song is peak. Sorry for the pause. All Stars. The final song of the main story of Mario's Madness. And it's not what I'm talking about. So, let's get my pauses out of the way for each phase. For starters, Girlfriend, Custom, Chromatic. Biggest plus. Ultra M sounds pretty darn good for the entire song. Besides, I guess it's actually the entire song. Boyfriend sounds like his usual self, which isn't much to say. It's pretty normal. Ishmael is super catchy throughout his first phase. But I will admit there is one issue phase 1 does have. It doesn't exactly stand to the rest of the other three phases. Like, in phase 2, it's just really good. Phase 3 has, we'll get to that later, and everybody knows what phase 4 is really good for. So phase 1 is just pretty simple. It's not anything super, it's still an amazing beat. Like, it's really darn catchy. And I can totally say this is somebody's favorite phase because it's really good. Like, what else can I say? It's just perfection. Beautiful. Then phase 2 begins, starting with Omega. Alright. I'm not huge on Omega's Chromatic. I think it's a little bit the weaker side of the Chromatics besides one. This entire song. And the intro was really good for this entire phase. For all of phase 3, it's just really good. Especially the instrumental. But Omega's kind of a towards phase back in any good. Thankfully, Omega doesn't take the spotlight too long. Because right after Omega takes a little bow, and he's about to leave, 3 devil tears come up. LG begins, and because he's my second favorite, my chromatics. I don't like this chromatic much, it's fine, but Yoshi's chromatic is beautiful. In fact, it's really my favorite part of phase 2. Maybe besides the triad, but even that's pushing it. When the 3 all sing together, it's really good. My only issue with phase 2 is I feel like War only comes out of the left ear, while Yosh only comes out of the right ear. That's a bit of weird English, and I didn't understand what that meant, but it just sounds kind of weird. But this triad part is really good. Okay, so this part is beautiful. But then comes phase 3, the easy worst of the 3 phases. GX shows herself, and the rest of the instrumental was good in the first 2 phases. It is no longer all that good. It's fine, but I wouldn't call it amazing or really good. I'd call it just fine, good at the best. GX's chromatic is a little different than Girlfriend's. It's not a ton different, but it's different enough that I can notice a distinction. I don't love it. Also, I'm not really a huge fan of these two going at it. Like, I like when girlfriend and boyfriend are singing, but not when they're against each other. It just doesn't feel right. Also, I think this phase goes on just for a little bit too long in this first part. It's awful, but a little too long. And then it slows down, like, oh, is this the end of phase 3? We're almost done? And then Ultra M starts singing. This has an issue on its own because, well, he's still singing. GF and DF are still bebopping. And it's kind of difficult to hear them at some points. And also, missed opportunity for girlfriend to sing, or, you know, boyfriend to sing. Like, is it too much to ask these two get some time in a weird post-spotlight? And I get what girlfriend is. She's trying to mimic the lyrics with her own bebopping, and it's not working out. Like, in fact, I can barely make out what's lyrics this part. And that's a shame, too. It really isn't all that great. Fortunately, after this, Phase 4 enters and easily redeemed Phase 3 rules. If it gets a little taunt, with Ultra M saying that boyfriend's all alone, that he can no longer continue. But boyfriend's like, hell no, you just killed my girl, I'm gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep biting me back in the face. And this beat goes all out. This instrumental hits so hard. Ultra M's dramatic sounds like the best here. It is almost the best track in the entire one, just behind Poor Mario's Chromatic and Starman's Slaughter. And even that's time to get to. And then the mimics. Mega, I Hate You, Luigi costume, they all sound amazing. I will admit, if there is one tiny flaw Phase 4 has, it's the fact that it's kind of hard to make out some of the mimics. Like, I think I can't really hear Omega's mimic, and I do think Mr. Virtual could be a bit more distinguishable. But other than that, I can make out pretty much almost everybody from Phase 1. Say, maybe a band Luigi, but that's a stretch. And, yeah, also we'll run an MX. Those are the ones I can't make out. And then the song slowly starts to wind down. A melancholy instrumental. Like, you're thinking, is this the end? Is he just gonna give up? But then you're, wait a minute. No, this is boyfriend. He doesn't give up. He fights, especially when his girl's on the line. And this chorus in the background is beautiful. Like, seriously. This final part goes unnecessarily hard. If I was touring the song by phase, this would be an SS. Not even a question in this final phase. And this song was really close to being an SS. But girl, GX's face bothers me too much. But this song is beautiful. I will forever think it's amazing. That's it. The end of the journey for Boyfriend. But this still doesn't end a journey for us, and we still got a few more songs left. No Party. Yeah. No Party is this high. I will not be challenged on that. You will not make me. This song is great the entire way through. Like, literally, perfect. Well, not exactly perfect, there's one issue, we'll get that later. For starters, Halle Boo's Chromatic is voiced by Juno. And, well, I don't love a lot of Juno's content alone. They did do a darn good job with this song. Like, seriously, this song is beautiful. And Boyfriend's, I think it's a custom chromatic for him. I can't really tell. Like, I don't think it's a, maybe it's not custom, but I'm sure it's unique. It sure sounds good, though. This entire beat is good. This gives me such a Mario Party vibe, and I love it so much. Like, seriously, what else is there to talk about? The instrumental is great, the melody's great, the pacing is great, everything is great. So, why is it only number 7? I do have a tiny little issue with this song. Right after this slow part, and you know, the big dramatic beat that happens after the slow part, there's this really unnecessary pause, which I don't think needed to be that long. It could have been cut down by a few seconds. I suppose it's like, what? Like, I'm guessing like 30, 20 seconds, but it's ridiculous. It had no reason to be that long at all. Maybe it isn't 20 seconds, but it's still pushing it a little. So the primary reason the song isn't any higher. Like, if that pause was a little shorter, just a little shorter, the song might be top 5. But it is just missing out on the top 5 mark because of that pause. Still really good, though. I love this song.
You tried to me.
I don't know how somebody could not love Dictator. I just don't. Everything here is amazing. Not perfect. Amazing. Mario's chromatic giving me a huge Mafia vibe. The instrumental? Amazing. Boyfriend's panicked chromatic? Amazing. This song, the entire way through, is amazing. There is one tiny flaw with the song. Just the tiniest flaw. I think it should have been just a little bit longer. Just an extra 30 seconds would have put this song in SS. But it is just missing the mark. Like, seriously, in this song, which is a little bit, this pop-up is so amazing. This pop-off is beautiful. And I know I'm not just saying that because Neo thinks it's amazing. I think this pop-off is amazing. I've always thought it's amazing. I won't be challenged. I think this song is an S tier. Not quite S+, and not quite SS. But still really, really amazing. Just not SS. This ending is also really good. If I had to be the only person alive who thinks Demise is this good, then I will. I will stand on this hill until I am dead. Demise is an S+. Not SS, S+. It is peak. Just not amazing peak. Let's go through all the positives, because boy do we have a couple to go through. For starters, Boyfriend's chromatic is used really well in this song. Like, it sounds a little high-pitched, and I think that's amazing since Girlfriend was just, you know, ripped in freaking half back in Power Then. Like, this chromatic fits him. The instrumental, super chase themed. It sounds, I remember chasing things like, I don't know, confronting yourself or Nightmare Run. I don't love Nightmare Run. And MX's chromatic is really good. Like, amazing throughout the entire song. Yes, the entire song. This man sounds great. And every melody is used really well. Like, I mean, really, really well. The first 2 minutes of the song is an SS. In fact, this song is, I don't know what else to say. This song is just beautiful. Even the underground section. I love the underground section. It's probably my favorite part throughout the entire song. Even though it's the most hated on, I think it sounds the best. And yet, this song is only number 5. So, why isn't it a little higher? If I love this song so much and think it's peak, what's holding it back? Alright, I have one issue with the song. And that's the ending section. Look, I know a lot of people like the ending section. The last, like, what, 30 or so seconds of the song? Yeah, I don't really like it a ton. Like, it's good, but it's not amazing. It's not really good. It's just good. And unfortunately, that is what is holding the song back. If that part of the song was cut, this would probably be an SS top 3. Not even a question. But I still love this song. Yep. Dark Forest is number 4. I will not be challenged on that. Similar to Demise, this song is another S+. But unlike Demise, this song has an amazing last part. But we have to do everything else that's good. For starters, Peach's chromatic sounds really nice. Like, I think her chromatic is better than one using Pink Forest, and I really like Pink Forest all the song. It's a solid S tier, but Dark Forest took that song and made it better. The instrumental is super good and really fits this chaotic nature that the song is going for, which, yeah, people could say it's an issue, but this is the glitchy ending of the song, the ROM. So, it being a little messy is not a problem, unlike Promotion, because it fits the theme it's going for. It just fits the theme. And then this little pause line comes on, and this voice line where Peach says she's the king of the forest, which also, wouldn't it be queen of the forest? I don't know. This next part here is really good. In fact, the last 50 seconds of this song are just amazing. It's peak. So, why is this song SS? Alright, I do have a tiny flaw with this song. It's really short. In fact, I'm pretty sure this is the shortest song of the entire mod, except I Hate You, and maybe the end, but this song is way too short. Give me 30 more seconds of chaotic ending, and this song would probably be better than the best song in the entire mod, and I will not be challenged on that. I love Dark Forest. We've finally reached the SS's. And at number 3 is Alone. Alone V2, to be more exact. I won't put Alone V1 any higher than an F2. Yep, I really don't like Alone V1. V2 is so much better. For starters, Luigi's chromatic is 100 times better than his old croaky chromatic. The instrumental is super faithful to Luigi's Mansion, and Ghost PF's chromatic is really good throughout the entire song. Every reference that exists in Alone V2 is perfect. The mansion in the background, the hanging silhouette, the Luigi's Mansion theme, Luigi humming, all of those things are beautiful. They're all perfect. This entire song is perfect. Everything. So, why is it only number 3? Why is it not any higher? Okay, I do have a small flaw with this song, but just a tiny one. That flaw is getting less and less irritable every time I listen to this song. It's the pause at the end. I won't call it a pause. It's Luigi's last humming section. Look, it was really good in the beginning, it's really good in the end, but it did not need to go on for 33 seconds. That is ridiculous. But seriously, besides that tiny humming part in the end that's a little annoying, everything else about this song is perfect. Everything. Even the best part of the song is perfect. It's just perfect. This song is top 10 FNF ever. It is tied for top 10 with one other song. And these lyrics go all out. Like, seriously, Beta Mario's voice is beautiful. And when it's paired with Boyfriend, it just sounds even better. This song was really close to number 2, but number 2 was just a little better after a few releases. But I still love Alone's V2, and I will always think it's amazing, perfect, and peak. Next up is the biggest hot take of the entire mod. Yes, you're seeing this right. Thalassophobia is in my top 3. I do not care if this song is considered the worst song in the mod, besides So Cool. I don't. I don't care that it's the worst. I love this song to pieces. For starters, Luigi's chromatic, best chromatic for any Luigi ever. Maybe besides I Hate You Luigi. And yes, I know what you people are thinking. Ah, Drowning is better. It's so much better than what we got. No, it's not. Drowning is like a C tier in my eyes. This is SS. This song is perfect. The instrumental, super melancholy and creepy. Boyfriend's Chromatic is, I think it's old Chromatic, but I don't mind that. It still sounds really good throughout the entire song because they've utilized it super well. Every melody is amazing. Even the little pause points, which there are a couple, I actually like those quite a bit. All the melodies are really good. What else can I talk about? This song is just amazing. And there's one thing I want to mention. That big pause point, I don't hate it. In fact, I think it blends in really well with the pipe organ, or is it pipe organ or piano? It's not a pipe organ. It sounds super good, especially with the eel in the background. Oh, the song just makes me so happy, and you're probably asking yourself, well, if I love this song so much, why isn't it number one? Well, there is one little issue with the song. Just a little one, though. Similar to Alone, I feel like the song is kind of pushing with its ending. It's not awful, but I think waiting like 18 seconds for a repeat is a little annoying. It's the only reason this song is not number one. That little pause point at the end. And it breaks my heart we're never gonna see the last Mobile V2. Abandoned couldn't compare to this song, and in my eyes, neither can Watery Grave. This is the L is Real song, and it will stay that way. Probably forever. I love this song with all my heart, and I will forever love it. Yes, Starman Slaughter is my favorite song on the mod. No, I know. Yes, I'm with Neo's opinion. No, I don't care, because even back before I saw it to you, I thought Starman Slaughter was probably the best in the mod, and I still think it's one of the best songs in the mod to this day. For starters, Horror Mario's Chromatic is used super well here. A lot better than it was in It's a Me. And this rivals Ultra M. Jeez. The instrumental is super rock. Even if there's anything I love, it's a good rock instrumental. Always been one of my favorites, besides, you know, Melancholy. But yeah, and just to make the song even better, meet John D with his trumpet. The only thing that's kind of about this part is that Boyfriend doesn't pull out his guitar and start jamming with D, but I don't even mind that much because this part is still beautiful. And the snapping right alongside D's trumpet, it's super well in. Oh, this phase is probably my favorite. No, it's my second favorite. It was really close to my favorite, but the ending just hit. If there's one tiny flaw this phase has, and when I say tiny, I mean basically non-existent, I think D's a little bit too quiet when he's jamming with Horror Mario. Not horribly quiet, I can still kind of hear him. And just when you think, oh, time back to Mario, nope, there's Yoshi, and oh look, hi Peach. Alright, Peach's Chromatic is super super good in this part. It rivals Coronation Day Peach, even though I think Coronation Day Peach had a slightly better chromatic. Yoshi.exe, I still prefer Yoshi's chromatic, but this chromatic is still used really well. And it's nice that it's not trying to intrude in with Peach's chromatic. It's just a background chromatic. And I like that. I like that quite a bit. I don't think this phase better than phase 2. You know, phase 2 is really good, but this song is really close to beating out phase 2. Especially when Peach and Yoshi are duetting. Their chromatics sound so in sync. And just as good as be done for the rest of the song. One knife cut, Peach is cut in half, and a knife is thrown into Josho's head, and oh boy, Mario's back. And yeah, best chromatic right here. I think Horror Mario's ending chromatic is the best in the entire mod. This beat goes so unnecessarily hard. I know, I'm standing like you. I don't care. This song is beautiful. It's perfect. It is the best in the mod. This is top 5 FNF. Yes, top 5 FNF of all time. I love Starman Slaughter that much, and I don't think I'll ever stop loving this song. It is beautiful, and it is peak perfection. And with that, we have finished Mario's Madness V2. This mod has held its own really well against every other FNF mod out there. And I will forever, well, not forever, but for right now, this is my favorite Final Fantasy mod ever. And here's my tier list. I know, not a lot of you guys were expecting, but I'm proud of how this mod came out. I like every song, even though I think some songs could have been a little better, and some songs are just amazing. With that out of the way, I'm gonna do another ranking. I'm probably going to rank Doki Doki Takeover next, or Indie Cross. I'll let you guys choose. I'll make a poll. But with that out of the way, have a good day.